Welcome to the New in Lynchburg podcast, the podcast that's dedicated to helping you get the most out of this great city, Lynchburg, Virginia. You'll get highlights on upcoming events, interviews with interesting people. You'll learn more about local nonprofits, and we'll keep you connected to all the new things going on in Lynchburg. Here are your hosts, Josh and Ray. Welcome to the New in Lynchburg podcast. We are your hosts, Josh and Ray.
How's it going, everybody? We are super excited to be launching the New in Lynchburg podcast. Right now, we are going to take a minute and let you know what this podcast is all about.
Let's talk about kind of why we started New in Lynchburg.
Yeah, so both of us are not originally from here, right? I moved here in 2008 with my wife. She went to Liberty. We met back up in New York where we're from, and we came down in 2008, and we were really struggling to find things to do in the area. Not that there weren't any, we just couldn't find everything that we needed all in one place.
Yeah, I moved here the first time as a college student in 2004, and I was here for a few years, kind of had the same experience, but we left. Now, we ended up coming back. We had kids, and we liked the area, nice place to live. Came back in 2013, and same idea, a lot of stuff to do, but you find out about it later on, so we were like, you know, it is a great place to live in Lynchburg. I mean, you like it.
There really is a lot of things to do, especially the last couple of years. Things have grown so much. There's so much to do, but you kind of have to do a lot of research to find it.
Yep.
And we know there are so many talented entrepreneurs in this area, and there's not too much ways to find out about them. We were tired of that. We were tired of finding out about things on Monday morning when we would have gone to it if we had only known over the weekends.
Yeah, I mean, we have colleges in town, and it draws a lot of people here. It's a low cost of living, and a lot of people choose to stay because of that. You know, they don't go home to New York or California where, you know, I'm originally from.
Stay.
And they stay. It's a nice area, and we've got a lot of talent here. I think there's more people with graduate degrees in this area than a lot of other places. But if there's not a good way to connect to everybody, a lot of cool ideas, businesses, they kind of flopped, not because they weren't good, but because people didn't know about it.
Exactly. And we wanted to create a great quality place to find everything and get the most out of Lynchburg. So that's what we're doing.
My parents ended up moving here, and one of the things my mom said was she found out about everything like after it already happened. She's like, oh, I want to go to, oh, never mind. So that's kind of why we started New in Lynchburg. It's not just the podcast. What do we have?
Obviously, we have the website, which is newinlynchburg.com. We send out a weekly newsletter on Wednesday so that people can plan for their weekend. That's a great resource as well. Facebook, Instagram, we have a lot of guides. We have our fall guide.
Our very own Natalie put that together.
Yeah. And we're always adding new content. Your favorite is the new food truck finder.
The food truck finder. Yeah, that's exciting. Facebook is a great resource, but they changed the way it kind of works. So instead of like seeing every post, it kind of picks and chooses based on, I don't know,
they
computer brain.
Money.
You know,
They want you to pay.
So a lot of people were getting frustrated with trying to find a food truck, and then they're trying to search, where is it? You know, this, that, trying to find the schedule. So that people said, hey, what about a page has everything in one spot? And that's a great thing where people came to us. We were able to
and then we created it.
Make a resource. So that's really exciting. So that's basically it in a nutshell. We want to connect all the talent, all the cool things there is to do in Lynchburg with everybody and kind of share that.
Yeah. So what are the plans for this specific podcast? When we're here, what are some of the things that we are going to discuss?
Of course, we're going to highlight anything new, a new business, a new event, a new whatever comes into town.
Food,
yeah. We'll let people know about it so they can check it out for themselves. That's one of the first things.
Yeah, I think there are so many new things being built in Lynchburg. There are so many things that are coming in that sometimes you might not even know that it's there for months and months. So we're trying to get ahead of those things for you and let you know what's new and highlighting those things on our podcast. We're also going to be covering any upcoming events, not just stuff that's new, but also any great events that are coming up that we're going to share with you right here on the podcast.
So you're going to let people know about them before they happen.
Yeah,
is that right?
Before they happen, right, exactly.
It's a good way to do that. We have the calendar on the website, but of course we're going to highlight, we can't highlight them all on the podcast, but we're going to pick and choose some. Maybe they're new, maybe they're just the really big ones. So that'll be exciting. And then if we have anything new on the website that's really a help to you, like Fall Guide was pretty popular, things like that, we'll let you know about it in the podcast so you can check it out for yourself.
Yeah, the cool thing is we're always adding new content to the website, and we really want to know what you guys are looking for. We want to say, hey, they're asking for this, let's give it to them. What's a good resource? We have our Kids Eat Free guide that's been really popular where you can find every single restaurant that has kids eat free and what day. So that's really helpful. And we're going to be talking about, if we have something new, we want to share that with you.
Why don't you talk about how we're going to have some guests?
A lot of times it's really cool just to talk to somebody. You might know about an event, you might know about an organization, but you don't know the person. So we're going to have them on the show talking to you about their business, about their organization, interesting people in the area. We want to talk to you. So that's really exciting. It's really cool to have them in studio here, people that are actually making a difference in their community that we can talk to and you can hear from.
For sure. One of the things I'm super excited about is highlighting the nonprofits that are going to be in our area, or that already are in our area. There's so many groups that are out there doing good work and just people don't know enough about them. So we're going to try once a month to have a guest on and highlight just some of the great things that different nonprofits are doing in the area. I'm excited about that part.
Yeah, there are so many good ones. There really are. I think even in this office used to be a nonprofit. They've moved offices, but they're still here. Even in Windhurst, where our office is located, there's like 10 nonprofits, I think, in the area. So there's a lot of them doing some great things, and it's a great way for us to highlight what they're doing. And you can see exactly who they are and talk to them.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, the podcast, we have a format subject to change, but basically we're trying to help connect you with everything that's going on in Lynchburg just to get the most out of it, kind of in a more fun, personal way.
Yeah, you get to know us, you get to know what we're doing, and you get to be kept up to date about what's going on in your city, because this is really your community, and we're just trying to shed some light on how great it already is. Not make it great, it's already great. It's already doing some great things. A lot of stuff's happening. We want to shed some light on that and keep you guys connected with this community.
Definitely. So in the meantime, check out the podcast, but we also have the newsletter. We have the website. You can catch us on Facebook, Instagram. We've got a lot of things going on. We're always adding new stuff, and we'd love to hear more from you about what you want.
Yeah, so if you want to contact us, just make sure you reach out to us on one of those platforms. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're an interesting person, if you're not from...
What if they're not interesting?
You have to be interesting. You have to be. If you are not from the area and you've had the struggles and you've learned how to navigate the city, and you want to talk to us, you want to come on the show and have a great platform to reach out to people in this community, let us know. We'd love to have you on the podcast. We want to make this about you guys.
Definitely. Well, we look forward to sharing with you, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the New in Lynchburg podcast. Visit newinlynchburg.com for more episodes. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on in Lynchburg, then sign up for our free weekly newsletter at newinlynchburg.com/subscribe. Or follow us on Instagram at New in Lynchburg. You can also check us out at Facebook, facebook.com/New in Lynchburg. We will see you next week for another episode of the New in Lynchburg podcast.